virtual cyclists. This is Chris Schwenker from the ZOMbeez. Being a member of an outstanding community like the virtual cycling community is great in so many ways, right up until it isn't. And I'm not going to lie. The events that occurred last week really upset me because now that the political prisoner has been released and the bail reform legislation has been passed, what are we really left with? One fewer way for the cheaters to cheat. But it was a huge step back for virtual cycling because we were also left with the story being picked up by countless traditional cycling sources. And all it really did, in my mind, was give people who didn't know about virtual cycling another reason not to like it, or another reason not to try it, and another reason to criticize. You know, being a member of a passionate community like the virtual cycling community is great until the mob mentality wants to track down the oppressor, and it becomes a very negative way to try to do something positive. And that's the way I think that this is. But on the flip side, the virtual cycling community is awesome in so many other ways. And it's the ways that we can utilize our strength and our unity in positive ways. And there are actually 3 ways that that's happening right now as we speak on our virtual platforms. The first one is one that is very near and dear to my heart, and that's the representation of adaptive athletes. And I did an article on a military veteran who's also an adaptive athlete by the name of Andrew Shuttleworth. And he is extremely passionate about the cause, and he's kind of taken it and ran with it. And he is spearheading an incentive called Adaptive Awareness Month on Zwift to raise awareness for adaptive athletes. And it's been posted on a number of different social media sources, and I've also published an announcement on the website. And I'm going to get that out again this week. But there are ways that you can show that you're behind that cause, and hopefully it'll be something that gains traction, just like it did on other virtual cycling platforms that are not as well funded or have the resources that the big boys have. Then there's a great initiative that's being spearheaded by Alice Lethbridge to kind of raise awareness of the discrepancy between the number of men that race on virtual platforms and women. And the word bias came up, and if you may or may not think that there's a bias, maybe that's the wrong choice of words, but there certainly is a discrepancy. And let's face it, racing on virtual cycling platforms is intimidating. I got almost 600 races, and it's still intimidating to me. So I can just imagine how it is for women who don't have their own forum. And she was able to line up a number of top-notch female racers to lead rides and kind of discuss the issue. So I think that that's great. And then the third one is all the solidarity and the all the support that's being given to the Ukrainian citizens. And virtual cycling and cycling in general, or just other areas where you try to go to escape, normally is a no religion, no politics, no other inappropriate things zone. And I certainly agree with that. But changing your flag to represent that you support is okay, as long as it's not something that's kind of infringing on someone else's peaceful time. All right, so as always, I greatly appreciate the support. We're going to keep doing what we're doing, just like these videos, although I'm not really confident that too many people watch them. But if you do, subscribe to the newsletter. We put out a newsletter every week, and you can share it with your friends. I do the best I can to try to get the message out there in a positive way and utilize my experience to help out my fellow virtual cyclists, and also to raise awareness of the cycling-related charity that I created called the Dirt Dad Fund, and that's at thedirtdadfund.com. Thank you.